Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is our weekly program, Diplomacy. I'm looking on the mobile heading the program for you. Today, I have one guest here with me. My guest today is Muktar Mohammed Ware, a consul in economic and public diplomacy in Ethiopian Consulate General of Los Angeles. Muktar, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, to begin with, how can you express the relationship between Los Angeles and Ethiopia?
Historical relation between Ethiopia and Los Angeles starts with the historical relation between United States of America and Ethiopia. As you may know, Ethiopian relation with the United States is one of the longest diplomatic relation that was started in 1904, and the first delegation that came to visit Ethiopia from the United States reached to the palace of Emperor Menelik in 1904, and that was Mr. Robert Skinner, and started from there. So Ethiopian diplomatic mission has Ethiopian and the United States of America has started that mission, and the Ethiopian Consulate General of Los Angeles has been established in 2004 or 5 exactly. I have to check, but it was a recent phenomena, and it's part of the extension of the Ethiopian embassy in Washington D.C. We have 2 consulate generals in the United States. One is Ethiopian Consulate General in Los Angeles, which based in the city of Los Angeles in the California state, and it covers 11-12 states that are in the western part of the United States.
All right. How the Ethiopian Council in Los Angeles is working, promoting Ethiopia and Ethiopians for the global community?
Yeah, basically, the main objective of establishing consulate general in any part of the world is to promote trade and consular relation. So our mission is mainly promoting trade and investment, attracting foreign direct investment, and seeking or finding suitable market for Ethiopian products. So we are working in that area. In addition to that, we are working in the diaspora diplomacy, which is part of the activities of Ethiopian missions abroad, and traditional work of the Consulate General in general. So we are working closely with Ethiopians and Ethiopian American residing in the Western Hemisphere of the United States. So we are dealing with trade issues. We are seeking suitable market for Ethiopian products, particularly coffee and pulses and other spices. And also we are looking for suitable market for our products like textile, garments, and the like. So we are also seeking investors from the western part of the United States. Though American investors are not very much interested in investing abroad, we have get some investors from that area in the past couple of years. Anyway, we are trying to promote investment in the western United States of America, and we are recruiting potential investors in the area of agriculture, in the area of mining, and also we are promoting tourism, Ethiopian tourism. So Americans are very moving people. I mean, they are tourists in many parts of the world. So we are recruiting tourists, and we try to relate our tour operators with the American. So we are trying to convince American tour operators to include in their package Ethiopian tourist destinations and promote Ethiopian tourism potential That is also our area of focus. So we are working in that area. In the area of diaspora, we are working closely with the diaspora. We encourage Ethiopian and Ethiopian American to invest in their home country, to bridge the diplomatic relation between Ethiopia and the United States through their public role, through public diplomacy, to contribute for the national development and to build Ethiopian good image in the United States and across the globe. So in addition to that, we are encouraging Ethiopian diaspora to invest in their home country, to recruit United States or American investors, and to jointly work with the American investors. So in that way, we have got some advantage. There are investors who are now working in various parts, particularly in Awasa Industrial Park. In addition to that, there is one Ethiopian American investor who is working in the pharmaceutical area in Bahar Dar city. He's also recently come to visit my office to get support letter to import consumable goods in Ethiopia. In that way, we are working closely with Ethiopian and Ethiopian American residing in western parts of the United States. In addition to that, recently with the breakout of corona pandemic, we have organized community associations, community leaders, community Ethiopian communities residing in the western part of the United States to mobilize resources to assist Ethiopian efforts in preventing and containing the pandemic in home country. In that, we have able to raise a substantial amount of resources, particularly closer to 500,000 United States dollar. So it's a very commendable job, and we are closely working with the community in promoting Ethiopian interests, particularly in promoting Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam issues, to convince and to tell American politicians clearly what Ethiopian interest is and how the Egyptians are misleading the American politicians. In that way, the Ethiopian community is working closely with their constituencies, with the Ethiopian American residents of the Western United States are working with their leaders in the Senate, in the Congress, and in other local government institutions, so that they are trying to tell what is true about Ethiopia and how the Egyptian media and the Egyptian politicians are deceiving the international community and the world with regard to Ethiopian interest in the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam and in the area of generating electricity from GERD and issues related to that. So the Ethiopian community are a very formidable force in promoting Ethiopian interests. So we are working closely with the community. They are very patriotic people. They love their country. They want to contribute something in their home country. They want to do business in their home country. They want to attract investors. So that has helped us to work together, and we are closely working with the community in various parts of the western United States. As I have told you, we are covering 12 states, including California, which is the fifth largest economy in the world. California alone is the fifth largest economy in the world. It is the center of technology, as you might guess. Major IT companies, Facebook, Google, and other WhatsApp, Twitter, all these major communication companies are based in California. In addition, California is known for its agriculture, so we have a lot of potential to attract investors from that area. In addition, we have a technology transfer initiative so that Ethiopian American can work with their brothers and sisters in the California and promote Ethiopian industry, Ethiopian technology, Ethiopian research, and in that area we are bridging the relation between Ethiopia and Ethiopian American.
How can you express the relationship between Ethiopians residing there in Los Angeles and Ethiopian Council over there?
Since the change, since the recent reform, since the coming to power of His Excellency Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, the relation between Ethiopian Consulate General and Ethiopian communities in general is very, very amazing. We have a very good, robust relation with the community. We have working closely, starting from hosting the Prime Minister's visit that was conducted in August 2018. We have worked closely with the community, so that has created a very commendable opportunity for us. So since that time, we have closely working. As I have told you, the recent participation in containing and preventing the coronavirus and in promoting Ethiopian interests with regard to Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam is the result of that relation. So our relation is at its highest level currently. So we have to promote that further to its highest level, and accordingly we are working towards that.
What kind of activities are expected from the government of Ethiopia in order to accelerate and just scaling up the relationship between Ethiopia and the state of Los Angeles?
The first thing the government has to do is to effectively communicate its objective. It has to communicate effectively what it planned, what it is working, and its vision to the entire Ethiopian country, to the Ethiopian nations, in terms of promoting fraternity, equality, justice, and the rule of law, constitutional order, and protecting the rights that has been achieved so far in the area of politics, in the area of economics, and promoting the objective that has been set in prosperity. Our objective is prosperity. To that end, we have to mobilize all forces, or economic forces, or social forces, and to that end, there is a need to effectively communicate, to promote what the government is planning, what it is doing, and how it is implementing. So, in one way, it has to communicate through available medium, including TV, radio, and the recent digital platforms. In addition to that, sometimes officials has to visit our areas and speak to the community members face to face. In that way, we can, bridge the information gap and control the bad image that has been portrayed by some elements.
Thank you very much for joining me. If you have any message regarding the Ethiopian New Year and as a general for the government and people of Ethiopia, you can.
I wish all Ethiopian a peaceful and tranquilite New Year. In addition to that, I wish to the government of Ethiopia and its people success in the area of economic, political, and social activities. In addition to that, I encourage the youth to closely work with their leaders. The government is want to promote or build on what has been achieved so far. So we have success stories in the past years, from the constitutional order, from protecting the rights of nations and nationalities, from promoting self-rule. Based on those achievements, we can build more to build a prosperous, democratic, and peaceful Ethiopia. So the youth need to closely work with their leaders, and we have to promote a culture of tolerance, understanding, and fraternity and brotherhood. That is my message with regard to New Year. and I really appreciate the work that is done with OBN, particularly your recent edition in the name of OBN Horn of Africa is very good. That is promoting Ethiopian and Oromia image clearly to the entire Horn region. And please work hard, continue to do amazing job you have started, and I wish you all the best.
Many thanks for joining me. It's a great pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for joining me. Dear viewers, this will bring us to the end of this edition. I'm going to move ahead in the program for you. We'd like to wish you to have a beautiful stay with us at Orbit Horn of Africa's programs. Have a beautiful weekend.